Well, I had pursued acting before I got into broadcasting, and I missed it. And I decided to take a class and learned how to improvise. I had never studied improvising in college at Northwestern. So I took the class, and as fate would have it, after I had almost completed the class, one of the members of the resident company at the Second City left and created a space. And they said, "Shelley, would you like to?" Oh, me? Really? Oh, well, I don't know if I can be funny or not. But I tried.
Yeah.
Yes, it was great. I spent 2 weeks at the American Bartender School learning my trade. I used to, I'd come home being depressed because I hadn't, learned my drinks that day, or I fumbled around behind the bar or something.
Tannic acid poisoning on your fingers.
My wife said
lines.
that you're going to have to give up bartending and go back to acting because it's getting you down. Yep, George
Couple
went.
steadies.
Couple studies, that's right. John Ratzenberger.
He was a postman.
He was a postman, yes, wonderful postman.
We don't know what Norm does. He's always in the bar, so we don't know what he does. He drinks.
We have my coach. We have one of my ex-coaches who's always confused.
But we love him anyway.
But we love him anyway. And we have a very feisty Italian waitress, Rhea
Carla.
Perlman. Yeah.
When I was going through drama school in New York 30 years ago, I worked in a bar.
Is that right?
Yep, I washed dishes. I was a short order cook, a sandwich man.
Well, typecasting here.
Yes, and I always played. I'm a director mainly, but the last thing I acted in was 3 years ago. I was the mafia chief in The Raging Bull. Well, I'd heard about I knew about the track record of these writers and the director Jimmy Burrows. And they made a very generous offer. When I did read for NBC in Burbank, there were about 25 or 27 people there. And I had not met Ted Danson, and he was all set in the role, and he was really very supportive, reading with me, which is much more stimulating than reading with a script girl who gives a kind of bland and straight reading. So that was...
It's funny, he was not even, it
yes,
was like,
tell
oh yes, we do have one more person to see kind of thing. And everyone's jaw just dropped as soon as he opened his mouth. It was like, bam, instant.
We're steadily on the rise.
Yeah. Well, we were, I keep wanting to say in the toilet, but I wouldn't say that. We were like 68 out of 68 at one point, and 2 weeks ago we were 44, and I don't think there's been any other show that's consistently worked its way up.
Jump.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be higher this week.